Hi everyone, welcome back to Pure Girl, episode 2. So it's now time for school for everyone. So Satoru, Sora, and Miyako. And in episode 1, there wasn't really much going on other than a typical morning routine with the three. So Sora waking up Satoru for breakfast, and Sora made a mess in the kitchen, and them meeting up with Miyako on the way to school. So we also see a contrast between Sora and Miyako. So while Sora's this rowdy type who is prone to anger, Miyako's more of this girly type, all friendly, all nice. And we've seen some of this in Purino Party. So right now they're at the school, and according to Purino Party, this one's called the Ohtoh International Academy, and it looks like this translator software. So by the way, I'm using Google Translate in Excite Japan. They call it the Cherry Blossom School, which is kind of an interesting name. But anyways, let's see how it goes today in school. Okay, so let's see. So this school was originally a girls' school, and it was called Sakuramono Women's School. And when it became co-ed, they also decided to make it an international school. So a school that kind of provides a gateway for foreign students to come in. And I am working on a visual novel that has a similar theme, but I'm not going to reveal it yet in the event that I may bring this title to this channel. So it has been several years since we started the co-education, or like the co-ed, and the number of male students has increased accordingly. But still, it's mostly women. So it's become co-ed not too long ago.
Ohayo!
And he hears a female student saying good morning to... So, hey, did you see yesterday's event? It was kind of cool, like the wrestling championship. Yeah, so isn't it? So after changing to the left at the start. So while I was going to school, I was always surrounded by all these happy, cheerful voices from the other students, the females, and it was quite a pleasing experience. Or I was happy. So I can sense from Nii-chan that you enjoy coming here, says Sora. Wait, really? Right? Oh, so Miyako's kind of upset as well. It's like, well, I do agree. I do see that you seem to be all attracted by all these other female students in this school, right? Wait. So, what did you say, Miyako? Well, it's definitely better to look at a girl. Well, then again... So I'm not really sure what he means by being a tough person. But then again, I like cute things. So, I feel that these other girls who talk about all these very exciting topics, it kind of makes them look cute. And if you come here, there are a lot of girls in cute uniforms, so it's naturally fun as well. And I'm sure Satoru wishes that Sora is more girly-like, more happy, more cheerful than her usual angry, rowdy, rebellious type.
ちょっと待って兄ちゃん。その言い草だとソラたちがカウントされてない気がする。
So I think it's like, wait a minute. So, did you not include us? So number 1, we are females. Number 2, we're wearing the same uniform that these other girls are wearing. So, what makes us different or special compared to those other people? And why are you putting your attention on them? Well, you know, it's unusually sharp for me. So, it's just my brain. It's kind of interesting the way it functions. Okay?
教授のおかげだにゃ。否定しないんだ。
So, thanks to the professor. Wait. I don't mean that. I mean... Well, I have no reason to.
サトルお兄ちゃんは制服が好きなの？
So, by the way, Satoru Oni-chan, do you like uniforms? Says Miyako. You know, that's kind of a hard question to answer. Well, I like uniforms, but I also like cute girls dressed in uniforms. And they do have their positives, and it's not funny to decide which one is right.
面白いってそこが基準なんだ。なんだかサトルお兄ちゃんっぽいね。
Interesting. So like, that's a good standard. It's kind of like how you usually are, Satoru Oni-chan.
兄ちゃんにその辺のこと言っても仕方ないよ。ここに通うと決めたのもなんだか面白そうだからと思う。
Well, I can't help saying that. I decided to go here because I did find that the school is interesting. So it's like, well, I also wanted to go to the school as well, and I have my own reasons why, and I do like the environment here. So then again, I'm kind of at fault that I led my Nii-chan to this world, or this place. Well, in that sense, it seems like I decided to play in a playful way.
違うの？
So wait, different? Well, it is 8% different.
そっちに訂正？
Wait, corrected? Well, it's decided that there should be more girls.
なあ、ひすけめ、変態です。変態がここにいます。
You're a perv! Oh, a big perv. He's right here. So I think Sora's upset, like, well... Yeah, so it's usually you like the other people right, and I can see with your eyes that you're all engrossed in them, and that's bad. Hey, so don't you suddenly shout or appeal to yourself.
兄ちゃんのことだよ。何が悲しくて空が自分のことを変態だって触れ回らなきゃいけないんだよ。
So, you're such a perv. What's sad is that you don't have to physically prove that you're a perv.
相変わらず二人の会話はテンポ早いな。ついていけないよ。
So as usual, the conversation between you two is paced quite quickly, and it's hard for me to catch up. Well, I think it's best if Miyako doesn't join in the conversation. It's nothing good anyways. Well, I think it is bad to just stand by. So anyways, after that conversation, the surroundings suddenly started going buzzing. So I think it's like something just came up. It's gained the attention of everyone, and they stop what they're doing and they look around. No. So it's not us. It's not because they are putting their attention on us for being weird. So the eyes around me were looking at the school gate behind us. So I wonder what's over there. So I turn around and I see what's everyone looking at. Okay, so these three girls are going to school, or I should call them the three great ladies.
さすがのオーラだよね。みんな先輩に道を譲ってる。
So that aura, it's quite special. So they're giving this really powerful aura that's catching all the attention. So let's see. Oh, so isn't that the senior or the senpai Kei?
鳥塚先輩だよ。ちなみにウコッケイという名前はカラスのように骨が黒い鶏というところから由来してるんだよ。
So like well, the person in the middle, her name is Kei Atoruzuka. I have to go check on that. And she is a senior, and her name is written as like chicken or like the bone of a crow. Well, that's quite funny though.
間違ってる上にちょっとバカにしてる感じになってるよ。
Well, it is kind of a little bit stupid. Well, maybe I'm wrong. So, that senpai.
語呂だけでボケが成立すると思ってるならちょっと反省した方がいいよ、サトルお兄ちゃん。
So apparently Miyako's good with words, and it's like, well, I studied the characters, and that's how I can interpret it. It's like, well, maybe you should try to study on this more and learn a little bit more, and maybe it'll help you. Satoru Oni-chan. So Miyako is quite difficult.
返事をしてるだけでも精一杯の情報だと思ってよ。
Well, you know, so in episode 1, he shared half his hamburger with Miyako, and Miyako ate it. And it's like, so for Miyako, it's like, well, I have to pay back somehow. So I'm paying back by giving more information about the K person and how her name is written and what it resembles. Well, anyways, thanks a lot though. So, on that subject, or on that interruption, so the person to the right of us, or behind us, is called the lady group. So basically, I'll call them the three great ladies. So this person is Kei Atoruzuka, and she's the leader. And you obviously know who she is, well, if you play Purino Party, because she's the first person you meet in the story, and she's the one that is hosting the Honey Pop style event, both in World 1 and World 2. So as you can see from the difficult to read family name, she is a rich person, and so her last name, Atoruzuka, I'm pretty sure she's inherited, or like she's part of the Atoruzuka group, which is famous, wealthy, successful organization. And looking at her appearance, she's quite slender and has that really cool look, and indeed is popular with other females. And it seems to be strange, but I don't know much about it because we're in different grades. So she's a senior, third year, and the main character, he's, well, typically in visual novels, he's like the middle year. So next, he looks at this girl, and we know who this person is. from Purino Party. So she's Suzu. Mikami, she's a beautiful lady. And is a friend of that K girl. And so while K's nice and slender, Suzu is on the other end of the spectrum. And, well, I can call her chunky, but that sounds kind of wrong. So, a woman with a frumpy atmosphere, and also contrasts with her seniors. So she's quite different in appearance compared to the other people. So Kei and that silver hair girl. But if you line her up, she is quite gorgeous. And so basically each of the three great ladies, they're gorgeous and beautiful in their own manner, or like their own ways.
よく名は体を表すって言うけど、女神先輩はまさにその通りだよね。神々しくて本当の女神様みたい。
So, you know, her name kind of matches her appearance. So Megami's like god or goddess, and she really is like a goddess. So, the goddess senpai.
女神すず先輩だよね。
So, you know, her name, Mikami, is similar to Megami, and Megami's like goddess. So, oh, okay. So yeah, Miyako, for some reason, remembers her name. Well, it certainly is an atmosphere that doesn't make you feel uncomfortable if you say that it's a goddess. Okay, so it sounds interesting. Well, I'll just leave it as is until Miyako corrects her mistake. And now we move on to this person. So her name is...
わぎりさんかわいいよね。レモンという名前もすごく合ってると思う。
Okay, so her name is Lemon Wagiri, and Miyako's like, she's cute, isn't she? So Lemon Wagiri. Well, it does sound like a girl's name.
後塚先輩の月の人なんだよね。メイドさんとはちょっと違うのかな。
So this girl, Lemon Wagiri, is like a maid to that K person, and so she follows him wherever she goes. So it is different. If you want to have an attendant and a maid together, the country of gentlemen will protest with various tortures.
紳士は辛辣だね。私も気をつけないとパラリスの王子でお仕置きされちゃうね。
But you know, you gotta be careful. If you're not careful, you can be punished harshly. So don't mess with the worst device in the morning conversation. So things like, well, you don't want to hurt Lemon because she'll have ways to fight back, and it's gonna be in the most gruesome way possible. And no, I'm not talking about being murdered or being hurt to the point where you end up in the hospital. So ancient Greece. Wait, not an English gentleman relation. So what's going on with Sora? So you can see sweat rolling down her face. So Wagiri has been talking to me for the same 2 years, but I haven't talked to her except for classes. It seems that I'm always sticking to the basic Hanajitsuka senpai.
そうなんだ。ソラちゃんは何か知ってる？
So for Sora, so do you know anything about these people?
あの人ってうちの生徒だったの？
So I'm sure Sora knows about these people, and that's why she's sweating. And she's like, well, I do know that one of them was my student. Or was a student. So didn't you hear the story? So the student of... whatever, like the house and the attendant of Hanazu Quizuka.
そんなドッキリなの？
So wait, is that a surprise? Well, I don't know how unbelievable the flock of beautiful girls are, but they're in front of us, so I was surprised. So, we know that these girls are beautiful, but it's just unreal that they're right behind us.
だってあの人
No, well, that person is, Wait, so are you acquainted with that Wagiri girl in some way or another?
知らない。それは何にも知らないよ。昨日も教授にムチラって言われて 3DOS をクッションに投げつけたの。
No. I don't know anything about her. Don't get me wrong. So, I was just ignorant and, I threw my 3DOS on the cushion and my little handheld. So, there is a hint that Sora knows Wagiri Lemon personally, and she's trying to hide it. And the way that she responds to Satoru's question kind of gives it away. Wait, Sora? Hello?
授業もうすぐ予令が暴発する。兄ちゃん、かなちゃん、急がなきゃ。
Oh no! So it looks like the bell's about to ring. Oh, Kana-chan, let's go! So, the Sora finds a way to distract or brush off the question that Satoru is asking her.
ソラさん、ちょっと待って。
Oh wait, Sora-chan, wait a minute! And Miyako goes after Sora, so they're probably in the same class. That person. Well, it's always going around, but today is terrible. So I wonder what's with that Wagiri person, or why it would trigger Sora. Well, anyways, now he's in the hallway going to class. So he goes to the second year classes, and he goes with the second year students. So I walk for a while in this noisy morning hallway, and I stop in front of the sign, or like the class marker. So 2-6. So basically, second year, classroom 6. So he tells everyone, "Oh, good morning."
おはよう、星月。
"Oh, good morning, Hoshizuki," says one of the female students.
おはようさん。待ってたぜ、星月。俺に宿題を見せる権利をやろう。
"Oh, good morning, Hoshizuki. So let me show you my homework," says the male student. "Oh, so 100 yen per page?" So I move over to my seat, and I've been greeting classmates and lending notes. So I wonder if he had someone else do homework for him, or Satoru did homework for that male student, and in exchange, that person pays 100 yen per page. Well, at the end of the classroom, the only seat that stood out, so it kind of forms like a little moat around this seat, or like the isolated area. So it's an amateur idea. You don't have to stand out in class. So when I stand on the platform, it's noticeable because only my seat is out. So if you want to hide, well, it's in the woods.
いいよ。
So the back door of the classroom opens, and the girls try to greet her reflexively. But the ending was stalled on the way of seeing that incoming person. So I think they know about this one female student, so she's quite isolated, and the other girls try to say hi to her. But when she comes in, she gives a pretty dark and negative aura, and it makes it unwelcoming for the other people to even say hi to her. and it's this person. So her name is Yogiri, and she is one of the characters that you see in the beginning of Purino Party. And her last name is Kuchifusa. So even though it's a mistake, so she was greeted and saw the girl for a moment and then just moved past her with her eyes closed. So basically ignore her. On the other hand, the girl who spoke to her had a pretty gloomy face and she looked kind of upset. So it's the same sense of distance, or the stay away from me kind of feeling. Well, anyways, Kuchifusa is trying to pass behind me as well. Oh, good morning. So even Satoru is going to try to say hi to this girl. Okay, so she ignores him. So it's a form of eye-catching without moving the head. So I'm sitting here, or maybe I was just looking down. And I'm being called out, so I feel like I'm reacting without much help. So I did try my part, and I was not successful. Well, I'm still good today. So sometimes I'm pretending I can't hear. So I go to my seat, or I go, so Yogiri Kuchifusa goes to her seat, and she's the one that's sitting at that one desk that's moved away from the other desks, and it's kind of like a moat around her desk. So the aura that isn't approaching splendidly is fully opened. However, as usual, no one responds. It's like, well, that's how she is. We tried our best today, and that's how it ended up, so we'll just have to leave it as is. But I'm worried though. So the title of the paperback with a book cover. So like standing in the classroom. So she basically covers herself with a book and hides herself from view. So now it's time for lunch. So the morning classes are finished. Okay, so time to eat. So let's go buy some lunch.
悪い。今日は部活の先輩に呼ばれててさ、そっち行かねえと。
So he's trying to find someone to eat lunch with, and he went to this male student. He's like, well, I'm sorry, I have other things to do. I got called by a senpai at my club, so well, I see, so I'll see you later.
いや、それがさ、今日だけじゃないんだよ。だからしばらく昼飯は一緒できねえと思ってくれ。
Well, thanks. So just wanted to let you know I won't be able to have lunch with you for a while. So just bear with it. Not just today. Wait, so what happened? Anything go wrong?
いいよ。ただ単に夏季大会に向けて猛練習モードのスイッチが入っただけ。
So I think he's in some kind of sports competition. It's like, well, we're gonna get busy, and they want to push us harder and get us trained up for the summer competition or the summer tournament. So that's why they want me to spend more time with them and spend more time at the club practicing. Okay, well, I see. I'm sorry. So my usual lunch person is gone. So I look around for someone else, but the man had already disappeared from the classroom. So I think he's looking for some other guys to sit with, but they're all gone. So overall, there aren't really many boys in this class, so it's kind of natural that they'll want to leave the classroom at lunch and go somewhere else to eat. So basically, Satoru's the only person or the only man left in the classroom. So then, two choices. So number one, should I eat with a girl? Or two, should I follow the other people and eat somewhere else? So what's the issue? So when I look around, I find a place that gives off a different atmosphere. Kuchifusa Yogiri. So she doesn't stand up from her seat and eats lunch by herself. And there's no one else around her. So... So someone else notices, like, hey, Hoshizuki, what's going on? Well, I just looked at Kuchifusa, that mysterious girl in class, and it looks like... Okay, so he asks her, oh, so is that how Kuchifusa always acts, even at lunch? It's like, yeah, so because you leave lunch, or you leave this classroom at every lunch, it's natural that you don't notice her, or you don't notice how she acts. So, won't anyone invite me? It's like, well, I did ask you to go with us for lunch, but you seem to refuse, so it just doesn't feel right now. Wait, so you don't like it anymore? Okay, so I think it's more like, so I see that girl, Yogiri Kuchifusa, eats alone. So have you tried inviting her to eat lunch with you girls? And the girl's like, well, we tried, but she keeps refusing, and that's how it's always like. And we tried our best, and now it's really hard to even go and talk to her, so... Wait, there's no such thing. Hey, So it's to the point where it's best to avoid her completely, and that's what we are all doing. So I am afraid, but I'm going to try. So there was a bright, chatting voice in the classroom, but in that dark space. So I think it's like, well, when I move closer to this girl, I can see some hints of her smiling and being happy. So I think this atmosphere doesn't match how people portray her or how people treat her. So is this the result of there's no show? Alright, so I'm just gonna go over there. So what's going on? Read the past log. So what do you mean past log? So log, that's a duplicate expression because so the log itself includes the meaning of the past, isn't it? Wait, is it okay? Well, should I plunge into that? Wait, so should I plunge into that scary international school? Well, thank you with a smile. And finally, let's just do it. So take action. Okay, so he's going to eat lunch with this person. And let's see how she responds. So I'm sure she's not very happy to have Satoru sitting near her. So first she's quiet. So she ignores me. However, this is written within the range of expectations. So I expected her to not respond to me. Okay? Move on. So he goes ahead and sits in front of her anyways. So Kujifusa, so can I sit here then? So he just goes ahead and sits there, even though Kujifusa has not replied to his question. And she just gives him the eyebrow. Like, So ignoring it quickly, I open the lunchbox. Oh, so I just wanted to have lunch together.
その前に座ることを許可してない。
Wait, I didn't say that you could sit in front of me. Wait, so you noticed? So my sister can roll up with her hands. And I'm sure Yogi is trying her best to avoid contact with Satoru. So Kujifusa ignores me and starts eating her lunch. So he asks her some questions like, I wonder if she has a sister. And I wonder how I can talk with her. Or like what kind of questions to ask her, how to get the conversation going. So I wanted to develop some kind of conversation in a straightforward manner, but dealing with this girl is quite tough. Okay, so thanks. So he tells her, your lunch looks kind of cute and lovely. So did you make this by yourself? I see that octopus and no response. Oh, and by the way, so I made my lunch myself. I also made one for my sister.
無視してるのがわからないの?
Okay, so Yogiri tells him, do you know why I'm ignoring you? Oh, yeah, I know that Kujifusa ignores me, but I'm just trying to get you to talk and have some kind of discussion with us. That's all.
へりくつじゃない。
Well, it's not a quibble. Well, I don't understand logic and quibble, so Oh, so Kujifusa, can you forgive yourself while you ignore? Or like allow yourself to be ignored?
何が言いたいの?
Okay, so what are you trying to say to me? It's like, well, if you don't like it, you don't have to hate it and say it clearly. Or like, if you have a problem, just say it out loud. Or let us know.
態度で示したじゃない。
Well, I did show it, so I kind of gave you the feeling that I didn't want you to sit here. I'm also showing that I'm not willing to step back. So let's have a offset with this. So what's next? So I really want to eat with you. I want to be with you, and I'm not going to give up on your cold, unwelcoming attitude.
星月、あなためんどくさいわね。
Hoshizuki, you are in for a deep trouble. Wait, so how do you know my name? So this is probably the first time we've talked.
さっきから何？バカにしてるの?
So are you an idiot? So what have you been doing all along? So even if I sit away from other people, it doesn't mean that I don't know who is who in class. Well, no, I'm just eating alone.
その割には独り言が多すぎるわね。
And for that reason, there are many, let's see, monologues. Be careful. So, is it getting better now? So the conversation was interrupted and both of us quickly ate our lunches. So Kujifusa doesn't try to speak for herself, and I end up doing most of the talking. So let's find another way to get her attention and have a discussion. But then it's not interesting or not funny, and it seems kind of dull. So Kujifusa? And I called out, and Kujifusa asked what as I looked up. Okay, so the expression is wicked, but at least I'm moving forward a little bit. Oh, so I just wonder, so what were you reading today? So what was the book that you were holding up before class?
文庫本
It's just a book or like a small book. It's like, well, I know it's small, but
ボケてないわよ
well, I'm not out of focus. Wait, out of focus? So what do you mean it's natural?
井上聖城のキリンのたてがみよ満足した
So, something about a normal marine of Kirin. So, is that good enough? So, the giraffe's name. So, long neck.
想像上の生き物の方
So, basically creative creatures. Ah, so it is interesting.
ものの感想の聞き方として最低ね実質どんなものであろうと鉄頭鉄尾面白いという状態が持続しているものはないわ
So, it is the least way to hear the impressions of things, no matter what. In reality, there is no one who is interested.
面白くて読むのが止まらないところもあるし中だるみしすぎて投げ捨てたくなるところもある
So there are some
当然でしょ
places that are so interesting that I can't stop reading. And there are places where it's just boring to the point where I want to throw it away.
そもそもそれすらも私の主観よそんなものをしてどうするのよ知りたければ自分で読みなさい
So I was just wondering in the first place, why are you interested in what I'm reading? So did you want to buy the book yourself? Yeah. I was wondering if it was going to interest me as well, so I was asking you for some feedback, and then I might be interested to the point where I'll buy one myself. And it seems that she has stepped up, or I stepped on a landmine. But... So, you know, I can see that you're talking quite a bit.
やっぱりバカにしに来たのね
So you came here to make a fool of yourself, right? Wait, so why do you want to quickly conclude this conversation?
じゃあ何しに来たのよ
So anyways, why do you come here then? Well, I said first, I just wanted to eat with you. That's all.
なぜあら一人でご飯を食べてるなんてかわいそうだから一緒にご飯食べてあげるとかそういうのかしら
So the question is, why do you want to eat with me? It's because I was alone, and you saw me being all lonely, so you wanted to be with me, right?
だとしたら勘違いも甚だしいからそこの窓から飛び降りてちょうだい
You know, you are misunderstanding this, so why don't you go bounce out the window? So you're talking a little bit like a little kid now. You're throwing all these ridiculous insults. Well, she does have a bad mouth. Well, anyways, don't get me wrong. So, it is a sympathy.
じゃあ何かしら
So what is it then? I'm just curious. I find you interesting. Well... So, looks like this girl, Yogiri, just gets up from her seat and she opens the window and it kind of looks like she's ready to throw Satoru out the window, as she said. It's like, why don't you go bounce out the window? So, I'm going to stop here for this episode. It's getting quite long and we'll see how the discussion continues with this not so stable, not so comfortable lunch between Yogiri and Satoru. So we do see that Satoru is trying to be a little bit more friendly, trying to get Yogiri in the loop with everyone else. But on the other side, Yogiri is not very happy that Satoru keeps being insistent in trying to talk to her. And she's using all sorts of ways to push him aside and just go back to where you are, leave me alone. And also, hopefully we'll see where the three great ladies come into play in the story. So we do know that Kei was running the show in Purino Party, and Suzu was one of the characters that you pick in the first half of Purino Party. So they will have a pretty big role in this story. And with that in mind, I will see you later.